let's talk about eliciting states. This means getting your patient into a certain state. You know, the best way to get anyone involved in anything is to do it yourself and show them how fun it is, and how exciting it is, and how wonderful it is. If you're saying, hey, you know, you should really take up kayaking, but you don't do it yourself, and perhaps you've never done it, it's really going to be difficult to convince that person to do it if you are not coming from a place that seems authentic. It's going to be a lot easier to convince them if you are coming from a place that seems as if you're speaking from experience, that you know that is fun from first-hand experience and not something you read in a magazine somewhere. So let's take a look at eliciting states by getting into that state yourself. So A is getting into state, B is describing the state using VAKOG. Now, O and G are always implied. Sometimes I just say VAK, but realize that O and G are our good friends. Whenever we can put them in there, we do. It's just that sometimes they're a little more challenging to use. The olfactory and gustatory senses can be a little challenging to use, and sometimes when you go out of your way to describe things by smell or taste, it sounds a little odd because there are things you're describing that aren't normally described in those ways. So that's why we generally say VAK, because those are the big ones that most people relate to heavily. However, the O and the G, whenever you can put them in, go ahead and put them in. So let's take a look at how to do this. We're talking to a patient and we want them to become confident. And we want them to become confident by seeing us as confident, okay? So we're just talking about eliciting a state in the moment. All right, we're getting them to be more confident in the moment. This could be very helpful if a patient comes to you, like they often did come to me in Beverly Hills before making a movie. You know, you've got an actor who's about to go on set and they say, hey, Steve, can you see me for a few minutes and get me pumped up? Well, this is something that I would use for that, eliciting states. This is something that helps in the moment. You're going to be able to elicit a state in a moment. So if you're doing a procedure with someone which requires you to elicit a state because you want to anchor it or what have you, and it's posing a challenge, eliciting states by getting into that state yourself first is going to help you a lot. So here's how it works. Someone wants confidence. Okay, so I am talking to you. Let's say you're the patient. I'm talking to you. I want you to be confident. I'm going to describe it using VAK, maybe throw in OG if appropriate. Here we go. You know, when I feel confident, when I feel on top of my game, I can just see all the possibilities that are in front of me. I can almost hear people applauding when I think about confidence, because I imagine myself up in front of people talking, delivering information to them. I can see their excited faces, and I can just feel in my body that it's sort of a change. I can feel myself just tapping into that good feeling, that good warm feeling of confidence. It's the idea of being in charge yet being calm at the same time. So my body's relaxed, my breathing is steady, yet I'm very excited at the same time because I'm seeing the possibilities of hearing them go crazy and just applaud and be so happy. So I can taste success when I do that, when I get into that zone. I can taste it. I can just smell the excitement in the air. Okay, so I've thrown in O and G just so you can see how they would fit. So that's all that's required to elicit a state by getting into that state yourself. For your homework, I'm hoping that you're doing homework on all of this because it's going to help you. When you put this to the test, when you really do it, that's when you're going to see the power of NLP. But for your homework, I want you to elicit the states of curiosity, you see in the upper left there, curiosity and motivation. Curiosity and motivation. Elicit those states in people. I want you to tune into your curiosity and your motivation to elicit those states in others. So do this, enjoy it, have fun with it.